Thawer here, and I'm here to teach you about grooves that make you dance. Being a drummer, our goal is to hold the pulse of the groove and ultimately to make people dance and to make the music feel good. Dancing can mean moving your body, bobbing your head. How do you get your audience to groove to your playing? How do you get them to feel the pocket of what you're playing? I believe a good rule of thumb is to look into the audience. While you're playing, is everybody bobbing their head? Are they bored? Are they rolling their eyes? A good drummer shouldn't get anybody to be able to bob their head with their playing alone. And they shouldn't have to rely on a bass player or on a guitarist or anybody in the band. What kind of style of music do you find that this happens in most? EDM, club music, R&B, gospel, funk, the list goes on. So think about it. When you go to a club and you see the dance floor full, what music is being played? I am going to give you 5 ways that you can make your playing feel and groove better, and that will make people dance. Point number 1 is consistency. When someone can anticipate what is happening, they become so much more comfortable with the pattern and the groove, and they feel more comfortable to dance. If there's too much going on, I feel that people don't know what to grab onto, especially people who are not drum nerds like us. I want to teach you the groove calypso. 4 on the floor, very consistent. Your cross stick or snare pattern is going to be like this, and then I'll explain it. And on the hi-hat, how about we play some 8th notes? Either you play the accent on the downbeats or even on the upbeats. One thing that I want to emphasize is consistency is so important, and also the sound balance. You want to make sure every hit that you play is at the same volume as the hit that you played before. I feel that a lot of these genres are based from computers, from drum machines, so everything is very consistent and you want to make sure that you're authentic to that. I'm going to play some calypso, I'm going to play the basic groove, and then I'm going to add some layers, different patterns and variations. But the basic calypso beat is going to be consistent and always be present. Number 2, 4 on the floor. 4 on the floor is extremely versatile as it can get everybody and anyone on the dance floor. It's the essence of dance music. Start with that, keep it consistent, and just keep on building from there. 4 on the floor is in calypso, in soca, in dance, EDM, and in all genres of music. Let's try it out. Let's try playing 4 on the floor, keeping it very consistent, adding 2 and 4 on the snare, and adding some 8ths on your hi-hat. And then let's switch to the calypso groove. And you'll see how the kick doesn't change, and probably your pulse, your groove, and your feel to dance will not change either. Point number 3, Space. One of my most favorite things to incorporate and talk about, and one of my least favorite things to incorporate and talk about. Because I love to play a lot of notes a lot, and I have to remind myself to give the music a chance to breathe. Listen to music that comes from EDM and well-produced music also. You will notice that there's so much space in the song. Start simple. 4 on the floor. Add layers. Think of adding layers to the groove to really build it up. Let's go on a journey together to see how much space we can keep within a groove and keep the listeners engaged in dancing, and maybe keep a mental note when I start playing too many notes and the pocket and feel and the bounce is just gone. I'm gonna add a bunch of layers to the previous groove, and we're gonna go on this journey together. Let's give it a go. I think I lost the pocket there. I lost the time. I sped up, I think. Nothing was consistent at all about that. So I think I proved my point about space. Number 4, melody. Create a simple melody, a very catchy melody in your head. But make sure that your kick and snare are always consistent. 2 and 4 on the snare and quarters on the kick drum. A good way to test to see if your melody is simple, has space, and catchy is to, in your mind, sing see how you feel, see if your body's moving, and that will be the true test. Also with the intention to make people dance. Try it out yourself. Have fun being creative with the melodies that you choose to play over the consistent snare and kick pattern. Number 5, bringing in the feel. Just reading sheet music of the groove is really not enough to feel the groove. What brings the feel in a groove? It's not just mechanically and technically what you play, but it's really how you play it. Making sure the notes, the subdivisions that you're playing are tight and in the pocket based on the genre that you're playing, and also the dynamics within your limbs. The hi-hat, when you're playing, for example, gospel music, is very tight and the snare is popping on the 2 and 4. Maybe in EDM music, the hi-hat on the ends is so being really aware of all of these things. Let's play a groove. I'll play a hip-hop groove, a swung hip-hop groove. You're gonna notice that my snare is really popping on the 2 and the 4, and my ghost notes are really underneath, but bringing out the 2 and 4 and serving the 2 and 4. Dynamic awareness. So snare was really popping on the 2 and 4. I was complementing with some ghost notes. And what I also did is I changed the sound source. Along with hitting the snare on the 2 and 4, I hit the stack as well, thinking in my mind of people in hip hop clapping on the 2 and 4, like on, the samplers, there's the clapping. So keeping all of these things in mind. Let's play the same groove, but forget about dynamic awareness. Let's play it like a robot. You could probably see that. Even feeling what it means to be ahead and behind. Hip hop is really laid back. And what I was doing there, I was slashing out the hi-hat and really pushing the beat. Dynamic awareness is so important. So take everything that we talked about today and work on it at home and test it on your friends, on your family, or even at a gig that you're going to do. Keep in mind the consistency of the hits that you're playing, that they are very repetitive and precise. Consider the space. Am I leaving enough space? Am I playing too many notes? Consider the layering. 4 on the floor, maybe add another sound source, maybe add another pattern in a sound source. How can you be as authentic? Dynamic awareness. Am I hitting my hi-hats too loud? Should they be a bit tighter? Should they be straight? Should they be swung? Really work these things out and test it at home with your friends and your family. Be sure to subscribe if you like this video and comment below if you have any other ideas to make your audience groove.